Hello everyone, it's Roommate, and I'm not actually here to play a timeless gameplay video. I'm actually here to do a live brewing video. One thing I hear about timeless is the format is really powerful and it doesn't allow for brewing. And so I actually want to take a step and challenge that and show how I brew for timeless. I put a lot of brews on this channel. Most of the decks I've built a large portion of, or all of it, from scratch. But I mean, I do take help when helping trying to finish a deck. But I wanted to do a live brew video, and the card I really wanted to live brew with is. I'm terrible at spelling, so we're just gonna do it this way. Satoru, the Infiltrator, which is 2 mana when it or one or more non-token creatures enters the battlefield. If none of them were cast or no mana were spent to cast it, you get a draw card. So this is a draw engine basically, and I wanted to play it with ephemerate. Nope. Ephemerate, which is a blink spell. So I want the engine to be Ephemerate Satoru as your card advantage engines. And this makes it an Esper deck. So I start out finding the cards that work with the engine, and so I'm going to search enters the battlefield and look for cards at the I'm sure it's not collected too. Look for cards at timeless power level cards that I can play to get these extra triggers off Ephemerate and Satoru. I have a couple cards in mind already, but I do just like starting from scratch and looking for all of them. Delegated Dollmaker makes a token, so it doesn't actually work with Satoru. Otherwise, that would be pretty interesting. This is a enters the battlefield ability, but I don't think it's really of the timeless power level, especially because you can Bowmaster in response to the trigger. Leon in Relic Order is like a sideboard card, but I put all the cards together to start out with in my brewing video. None of these. The Stoneforge Mystic was one of the cards that really I thought of. I think it's a pretty good engine, and I think there's a specific card that I want to play with it. So, Anointed Peacekeeper is a good disruptive ETB. Even Interrupt is another good disruptive ETB. Blade Slice is just not good in a Bowmaster format, which is unfortunate because I like the card Bowmaster. Extraction Specialist is really good with Satoru. Lauren's a good card. So yeah, I just kind of scroll through, look through a bunch of cards. Ranger Captain's a really powerful card, but I don't think I'm going to have any 1-drops in this deck. I'm not sure that there are 1-drops strong enough that I want to fill my deck with. And then I really don't look through cards more than 3 mana in Timeless. Leyline Binding is an option. I probably won't be on it, but I'm just going to stick to the creatures now. So now I'm on the blue, some ETBs. I'm not expecting too many cards from blue. I think there are a few. Snapcaster Mage could kind of be playable. Thorful deck, and this is why I instantly thought Stoneforge Mystic. So Cryptic Coat and Satoru actually is so much cards because you have a creature, a non-token creature enters battlefield because you cloak a card. So you put a creature down without spending mana. So you can Satoru Cryptic Coat and just like make 2/2s draw a bunch of cards. So, and it's obviously probably the one of the best Stoneforge Mystic targets. So that's why I was really interested in Stoneforge. In just in passing thought. And I'm not sure how many more blue cards I'm gonna want. Oracle the Alpha is a cool card, but I don't think it's good enough in Timeless. And Time Binder is a good ETB, so I can put it here for now. And I think there was one more card Micromancer might be a playable 4-drop. I don't think it is, but it might be a playable 4-drop. And Shiba Siphoner I do want, because with Ephemerate you basically get to loop this. So you get a Shiba Siphoner, enter battlefield, get an instant or sorcery back. You get to Ephemerate, bounce it, get an instant or sorcery back, and then in the rebound you get to bounce it. Then Ephemerate's in the graveyard, so you get it back. So you basically get a loop Shiba Siphoner Ephemerate to draw cards. So I definitely want one. And if it's ever 2 mana, because there's no instants or sorceries, then it's really good. And I don't think I'm gonna play any 5 or 6 drops. Obviously, Muldrifter Ephemerate's like a combo, but I don't think it's Timeless power level. Obviously, Agent of Treachery is a really strong card, but I'm not cheating it out in any way. And so we're gonna go black. I'm not sure how many black cards I'm gonna want. The ETBs. Let me see. Definitely Orcish Bowmaster. I'm not in the make your opponent discard a card. I don't think those are Timeless power level. So we're not going to play any of those. This is the only one that's kind of interesting as like a 3-mana Thoughtseize effect, but it exiles a card. It's still really slow and probably not good enough, but it's at least interesting to think about. I do like Nightclubber a lot though. So Nightclubber is good against go wide decks. And I think that's going to be it for just the black cards. Harvester of Misery is kind of interesting because it's a removal spell and a Wrath, but I don't think I'm there. So well, now we get to go in the colorless or multicolored cards, not colorless. Meddling Mage might be a sideboard card, but this is definitely going in with Stoneforge Mystic, but it's just doing the enters battlefield creatures. Deputy Detention is technically an answer, but for show and tell, but probably not good enough. And I could be a Yorion deck. No, I'm probably not a Yorion deck. I might be though. But you know what? Might be. Oh no, it sets me all the way back. That's the one thing that really stinks about companions, is it sets you all the way back. Enters the battlefield. I probably spelled I did. Battlefield. Enter. And enters the. Oh, I have spelling. spelling problems. That's my biggest problem. I was in multicolored, so I can just go Azoris collected, not collected, and just look through multicolors real quick. So where's a Hoff? Peddler is a good ETB effect. No, and then it very quickly turns into cards that cost way too much mana. And Halo Forge was like an okay card, but not in a Bowmaster format. I'm not gonna want it. I'm not gonna want Talion. Okay. And then I don't think there are any Esper cards I want. No. Okay. And so that's the Enters the Battlefield effects that I like. We're gonna go here. And the other effect that I wanted to do, and a reason I want to keep it low mana cost, is I want to play return. Oh no, wait. Put. Oh, actually, I'm gonna, before I do that, I do want to just soul. I kind of just want to add one because it's obviously going to be really strong if I get a blink stuff. Probably won't be able to get blink stuff, but return from graveyard. So I want some a little reanimation effects, because reanimation effects also trigger Satoru. So there is recommission, helping hand. And then I want unearth. I have to find reanimate. And then I like Library Dirge because it's also a mana sink. And you gotta go search up, like, you know, late game, you gotta go spend the mana, search a library, and you can put Satoru and a Stoneforge Mystic onto the battlefield. I don't know why Phyrexian Missionary is there. So I do like the idea of that, or like Bowmaster, Satoru, you get 2 back. So I want to add 1, and oh no, I just minus the card. What card did I minus? That happens. And oh, Juggernaut Peddler. Okay. I'm gonna add that in a second. Oh, Priest and Can't Stay Away are also pretty decent. I don't think they're good enough, but they are pretty decent in an Esper deck. I might actually be a Yorion deck. Wow. This kind of, you can obviously play Deathray Shaman in any black or green deck, but I don't think I want it. I think I want to stay pretty creature heavy. I think I'm going to be a little tight, but let me have Juggernaut Peddler. Okay, so here are the cards that I like. Let me see. Library Dirge, Bowmasters, Extraction Specialist. I'm not gonna be on 1-drops, so I'm not gonna Ranger Captain. There's some sideboardish cards. Okay. So, do I want a Micromancer, a 4-mana 3/3 that draws an Ephemerate, or I'm just gonna add the interaction I know I'm gonna want to play. So Swords to Plowshares. I think this is the best removal spell in the format. Thoughtseize. Mana drain. Mana drain. Is there any other? I could be on Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce. Okay. So that's a lot for Micromancer. It is a 3/3, so I gotta draw like a removal spell or an ephemerate or an unearth. I like unearth more than helping hand. Relic Water is a sideboard card. I don't like recommission more than unearth. I like Mana Drain. I don't like Snapcaster Mage in this type of deck. I do like the idea of this, but we'll see. I think this is just worse than Unearth. Peddler. Priest of Felrites is like an interesting card because of the Unearth, so you don't cast it. It's an activated ability. And then you're basically going to drop 2 cards, so I like that. Anointed Peacekeeper is just a good card. It doesn't actually like fit the engine of the deck. Same with even Interceptor. Extraction Specialist fits the engine of the deck, so I kind of like it. Loran is a sideboard card. Skyclave is just like a really good removal spell. Tidebinder, I don't think this is going to be a Tidebinder deck. These 2 are sideboard cards, and I would definitely want to be on one of these. So that's a lot of cards. I do want some just for stuff launch. I don't think I want any other equipment. Citizens Coblard, no. Maul's not a bad card, so I've been impressed with Maul. It might not be this might not be a Maul deck, but no, I don't really want to clone. No. Like there are playable equipments here. Shadowsea is playable equipment for the sideboard. The only thing that stinks right now is the sideboards don't work. So these 2 swords are kind of playable. So let me see. I have a bunch of cards in here. So I'm gonna look here. I don't want to look at that sideboard. And so at this point, I normally actually export to Moxfield, especially with the sideboard bug, but I'm just going to work through right now. This is a sideboard card, so definitely not on that, but I do want ephemerates. I do... Oh, this is creatures. No, I don't know why it's doing it like this. This is really bizarre. Ephemerate, yeah. I think Spell Pierce was a sideboard card. Teleport is definitely a sideboard card. I kind of like having a couple fun ofs. I don't want a ton. Oh, did they fix the sideboard? Oh, I think they fixed the sideboard. That's awesome. So, no, never mind. I'm instantly back on sideboard. I think Micromancer's a little too cute. So, take that card out. Okay. So, right here, this is 20 cards. I'm obviously not going to be a 4 on all of them. Is this a Maul of the Skyclaves deck? There are some good cards for Maul. This really looks like a black-white splash blue deck for Satoru and whatnot. So Mana Drain is like going to be hard on the mana, but it is so powerful, especially if I want to play like a Lively Dirge or all these 3s. I don't think I'm gonna be on Maul in the main deck, and I do want to try one of these. So I think there's a sideboard card in this deck too. Okay. And so this is sort of the deck I'm looking at. I have Unearth to get back 2s and 3s. Obviously, there are a lot of interesting cards, so I'm just going to add the numbers I think I'm going to want. 4, 4, 4. I'm going to be on 1 Unearth. I still think I'm going to be on 4 Stoneforge and 2 Cryptic Coat because it's so good with Satoru. 4. I think I'm just going to be on 1 Priest. I'm definitely going to be on 4 Bowmaster. And then this is actually a 23 land deck at the moment, which is too much. So I think it's going to be 2 Mana Drains, 2 Skyclaves. And this is a 20 land deck, but I am on a bunch of 3s at the moment. I'm going to put Peddler in the sideboard, actually. For interaction in the sideboard. Same with Peacekeeper. And give me a little more main deck room. I definitely want to try a Soul Herder for fun. I like Extraction Specialist for Stoneforge. Bowmaster. Skyclave's just a good removal spell. Be on 21 lands. I kind of like this at 21 lands. So the sideboard's kind of all over the place at the moment, and it's really hard to work on the sideboard. So in order to work on the sideboard, I am just going to try and put all the cards right here. So let's have this weird looking sideboard at the moment. Turn out Peddler. Interrupter. Yeah. I wish they just fixed the sideboard bug, which would be nice, but of course they're not going to do that because it's a small indie company. So, okay. So this is my sideboard at the moment. I actually want to add some typical sideboard cards. Immediately, my mind goes to Pithing Needle because I just love that card. And Graph Diggers, Cage, and Rest. No, I'm not going to be a Rest in Peace deck. Yeah, those are 2 sideboard cards I really, really like. Oh, and it's fixed. I don't know what's going on. Sort of wants a future. It can't. That makes me want to look at Dress as a sideboard card too. Dress. Okay. This is annoying as heck. I don't know why it does this. Okay. So when it comes to the sideboard, we're gonna hide you. I'm gonna bring stuff over. So I want like my super hate cards and then my more versatile cards. I don't need 3 answers to show and tell, and I personally think Relic Water being 2 mana is like just that much better, and not being able to be Bowmastered puts it over Loran. So I think I'm out on Loran. Crackling Observer I think is just worse than Anointed Peacekeeper. Okay. So, do I want other targets for Stoneforge Mystic? That is a big question. I think I do. Like, there are some matchups where Simulation Aegis does nothing. And so I think that's going to be sort of once in future. And that makes me want Duress. So I don't think I'm on Sword of Fire and Ice. Definitely for Burn. Do I want another card for Burn? Well, I am going to be on Spell Pierce and Duress. Such a pain. Grafdigger's Cage. This deck's not actually a good cage deck because I have Unearth, Lively Dirge, Priest, Extraction Specialist. Yeah, I don't want to exile graveyards, but I think in the matchups where you want Cage, you're just going to have to take some of these cards out, which is fine. So I like 2 Needles, I like 2 Cages. So in creature matchups, oh, I want Pest. We're going to bring in Pest Control. This is a great Pest Control deck. Just doesn't interact with your cards. Do I want a life gain card? No, not really. So, I don't want one. I don't want Maul. I don't want Nightclubber, I'd rather Pest Control. And I don't understand this at all. Why does it do this? Okay. I don't think I'm a Yorion deck. I want to keep the deck list pretty tight. I don't think there's enough good cards right now to be a Yorion deck. And I crashed. Arena. Okay. That's unfortunate. Oh, I'm back. Arena is now working. Sort of. How many cards is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Excuse me, 13 cards. If I'm on duress, I don't need the peppers. Because I'm on duress. Do I want even interrupt? Yeah, I think that's a... no, I'm gonna want the anti show and tell cards. I like even interrupter and Anointed Peacekeeper, but Deputy Attention is also really nice. So how many cards is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is my sideboard. Sideboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and I have 21 lands, so let me build a mana base real quick. Going like this, so I gotta see the lands. Sideboard. What are my mana cost? It's white black with blue being the least. So I like my snow covered arts too much. Am I gonna want any other monocolored lands? No. But I am going to want to cast cards. So one of each basic helps with the burn matchup. And then how about I'm a white black splash blue, but my blue is double blue. So I want really most of my lands to cast blue. What am I more white? So that makes me want the Meticulous Archive. Just fetch one Boundless Shrine, still fine. And then one of the grave. And now it's going to be my fetches. I'm an Esper, so I get 8 on color fetches. Okay, I think that's going to be the mana base. One of that, definitely at least 2. I still have 4 cards. One of each basic is still good. It was 319, so 2 more. Do I want an Esper Trial? I don't think so. Is there any utility? Do I want a creature land? No, I don't think so. Is there a land that lets me trigger Satoru? Is there anything else? I guess Malachir Rebirth technically does. Do I want Malachir Rebirth first? No, I don't want the one single black. That's interesting. That is actually kind of interesting. You know what? I'm gonna play one. One of fun of. Like my Soul Hoarder, my Siphoner, my fun ofs. I just play Undercity Sewers. I might just play Undercity Sewers. Might just be the best card. But for this slot, there's not a cabin deck, right? Human, orc, core, human, spirit, human. There are some interesting humans, but I mean, mana drain, Thoughtseize, Swords deck probably can't do it. Do I want an extra fetch land? No, I don't really want an extra fetch land. Do I want a Prismatic Vista? No. Well, I think there's going to be enough games where I'm not playing a 1-drop that one Raffine's Tower looks fine. And just like, there are going to be games where I'm just going to play a fetch land, not do anything, and just get the Raffine's Tower and then play a 2-drop. Or hold up a 2-drop. Whether it's hold up Bowmaster Mana Drain, or whether it's play a Stoneforge Mystic, like, there's going to be plenty of instances where I'm going to want to do stuff. So this deck has some fun ofs. It's got a pretty decent sideboard. I'm going to export this to Moxfield. If you like this kind of freeform brewing video, where I kind of built a deck, it has its own engine, but it's playing the timeless interactive cards that you do have to play. You do have to interact in this format with Thoughtseize and Swords and Mana Drain. So if you like the video, like it, and if you want to see me play this deck in a video, give me a comment. Say, hey, this is a cool deck. I would love to see how it does on the ladder. Thank you for watching and sticking around so long.